What's up, guys? Today we're going to make a file invincible. So the first thing that we're going to be going over is the chattr command. So right up here you can see we got our little chattr command text right up here, and pretty much if you're going to be using this command, you're going to need to know a few different things here. The first one is going to be actually the operators. So unlike just putting a dash with a flag, you can either put a plus or a minus. This is to add the attribute for the plus, or this is to subtract the attribute with the minus. And for the flags, we have the I flag, and that's pretty much all we're going to be going over today. There are other attributes that you can add to files, but these are the ones that we're going to be going over today just to make a file indestructible. So now for the lsattr command, this is actually just going to list out the attributes, because if you list out with your normal ls-la, it's not actually going to show you the attributes. So this is something that you might run into where you can't delete a file and you want to check the attributes. This is where you want to actually check this. If you go lsattr space dash a, that's going to list all of the files inside of that directory's attributes. And if you do just lsattr and then the file, it's going to list out the attributes just with a letter. And if you do lsattr with the dash L flag, that's actually going to list out the names of the actual attributes. And I'll actually show you how to use that inside of the terminal. So let's hop over there now and I can start on that. Alright, now that I'm inside of the terminal, we could just start making a file invincible. So let's do that. First thing, I'm going to need a directory to actually work with. If I do ls here, you can see we have an empty directory right here. So let's just do a mkdir and my dir, and let's create a file too. So my file. Now we can do a ls-la here. You can see those are two files that we ended up creating, or one directory and one file. And but you're not gonna actually see the attributes by seeing this. So I could just do a lsattr right here and a dash a, so we can look at all of them. And you can see that we got our my directory and all the attributes that are assigned to it, and also the my file that we ended up creating. Another way we can do this is a attr-a and also the L flag, and you can see that we have the extents attribute that is going to be on every file and directory whenever it's created. So we can use the chattr command to start with. So let's do a chattr and a plus, because we want to add this plus I to my directory. And let's also do that to the file that we created here. So my file. All right. Now if I do a lsattr-al, you can see that, oh, I forgot to put the I there. Sorry about that. Okay. And let's do that again. Now you can see that we have the immutable flag. So now that we have the immutable flag on it, we could just try to erase it. You can see that I'm root right now. So let's do a rm-rf to my dir. And you can see, even though that I'm root, it is not permitted. So this thing is invincible. So you can store all your safe stuff inside of there. It doesn't keep people from going in there, obviously, but you know, if you want to have something that you don't want to be erased, that's freaking perfect. So let's also try to do that with the file as well. So my file. You can see, dang, permission denied. Get out of here, bud. You can't even erase your own file you just created. But if you want to take that away, we could just do a chattr dash I, or minus I, excuse me, and we could do my dir, and we can also do that with my file. Now, if we do a lsattr-al, you can see that my directory only has the extents attribute attached to it, and the same thing with my file. And now if we want to erase that, we can just do a rm-rf if we wanted to, and my dir and my file. And dang, we got rid of them. So it's that easy to add attributes or remove attributes. If you want to see more attributes that you can actually add to files or directories, just let me know, and I can make another video. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys, and see you next time. Peace.